If you're looking to add a little luxury back into your life, then consider picking up some hobbies. From stress relief to a boost of creativity, you can find so many benefits in bringing hobbies back into your life, especially if facing burnout. So let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pamela, and today we're going to be talking all about why you need hobbies, the benefits of having them, plus ideas for new hobbies to incorporate into your life, and so much more. I feel like we all remember those memories as a child where we used to just do random things just for fun, whether it was video games or reading, coloring, and so much more. And as we get older, it's something that we tend to let go of as we become adults, when in reality, it is something that we should continue to hold on to even tighter as we get older. And the reason why, as we get older, we feel like life starts to get in the way, and it seems almost impossible to just relax and chill and kick our feet up and do something that's just for fun. We almost feel that sense of guilt. We don't really tap into that as much as how we used to when we were younger. It's all because of work and friendships and relationships and all of these things that get in the way. So I really want this video to be for those people that want to make time back again in their routine for themselves. You want to fall in love again with things that are just for you, because I am someone that I truly relate. I've been busy for as long as I can remember, whether it was running to clubs after school or forcing myself to participate in sports and running from internships to part-time jobs. Like, I have always been busy for many years. Even though I've always had a lot going on, I've always tried to do something throughout the day or even throughout the week that is just for me. When you realize that as you start to pour into these things that are just for fun and just for you, it starts to pour into all other areas of your life and you really begin to thrive and flourish. So I want to dive into 6 tips that are really going to help you when it comes to why you need hobbies and the benefits of them. Tip 1 is you start to see stress relief from your everyday life when you bring hobbies back into your life. So hobbies are meant to relieve that pressure of what we do in our everyday lives. So why would we not want to pick up on something that's fun? A lot of life improvement content and things that I've seen online always say that you need 4 hobbies in life. 1 to keep you in shape, 1 to let you be creative, 1 to make income, and 1 to advance your knowledge. And while I think that this can definitely be a lot, especially if you have a whole lot of other stuff going on in your life, I think that eventually this can be a good goal that you can work up towards, because you have your interests and your hobbies into different buckets, and it can really start to pour into those different buckets of your life, like I mentioned, where things really can thrive and flourish. And if you find that you are always stressed or you can't relax and you don't want to, or you never have time for yourself, you may find that now is the perfect time to try to incorporate those hobbies and incorporate something fun and creative back into your life and really make it flow into your routine. Because a lot of people give this excuse of, I don't have time, which we're going to get onto later in this video. But if you truly care about yourself and if you truly care about your mental health and your mental well-being, then you will find time to make time for the things that matter to you. And when you have stress relief from what is going on in your daily routine, it starts to become an outlet for you and more of like a safe space to really relax and disconnect from the world and really focus on what it is that you're doing. And I have so many friendships or just people that I've known in the past who have spent so much time judging people or gossiping and pouring their insecurities onto others, and there's just so much going on with them that sometimes I wish I could just sit them down and say, you need hobbies, you need to have something to do that is better with your time. Because like I said in my How to Manifest video, if you guys haven't watched that, in that video I mentioned that if you are negative and you're constantly in this victim mindset or victim mentality, you are going to just not get any good back from the world. What you put out and what you give is literally what you are going to get. So learn to disconnect from what is all around you, find a hobby and find something to do that you genuinely love, and not because you want to post it online or because you saw it from somebody else. Tip number 2 is improved mental health and work-life balance. So as I mentioned previously, improved mental health is something that is a great benefit of having hobbies, and it can just make your life do a whole turnaround. So some of you may suffer with certain mixed emotions, maybe strong anxiety, and just feelings overall that might not make you feel the best. So why not do something that can help reduce that anxiety in a way and really improve your mood? So Harvard Health actually says Compared with people who didn't have hobbies, those who did reported better health, more happiness, fewer symptoms of depression, and higher life satisfaction. And something that I've seen a lot actually on TikTok is coloring. I know Bobby Goods is a really good coloring book with really cute little cozy images, but being able to just get your mind off of something that is either really bothering you or really takes up a lot of mental space can sometimes be the thing that we need to do the most for ourselves, but we do not prioritize. And I've had friends and I've had people in my life where when they were going through something really big or they just wanted to get their mind off of whatever it is that was happening, we would find things to do together to just have fun and enjoy time, get our minds off of whatever it is that is bothering us or that is currently going through our headspace. Doing things for the sake of your mind and for the sake of how you're feeling is so important, and we need to continue to prioritize that. Like, you have to do things because you want to do it for yourself, not because it's for somebody else. We have to bring back that because you do something for you, it is not something that should be confused with selfishness. You are doing something literally for you, and it's because you need it. That does not mean that it is automatically selfish. Like, if you need a night away, disconnected from people or from social media, you have every right to do that. If you want to spend all night binging old 90s movies or literally just doing whatever, you have every single right to do that. And with improved work-life balance, hobbies can really help create that boundary and that balance between work and personal life so that you can really ensure that you are 100% taking time for yourself. And that is what can help prevent burnout from work and what you're doing, but also maintaining your everyday active lifestyle. And when I was working in the city and I was doing more corporate stuff as a post-grad for a few months, it was really hard because it was very demanding to be in person 5 days a week, to be commuting every single day. Like, it was really just a complete switch for me from being in school mode to now literally being in working girl boss mode every single day. Because of this, I started to neglect everything else in my personal life that was bringing me joy, whether it was no time to read, no time to work out, not going on walks, not spending time with friends, my relationship. Like, so many things that I loved and that I really prioritized before seemed to not even fit in my schedule at all. And it was really hard because people in my life were starting to notice that everything was getting affected. And that's when I knew I needed to make a change. And I'm so glad that I did, but I'm also really glad that I was able to recognize that something was wrong. And since then, I've really focused on prioritizing things that really matter to me, and with that comes time management. A lot of people think that calendars or scheduling things into your phone really is just for meetings or work-related things, when in reality, why not block out 1 to 2 hours on your calendar just for you? Whether it's for reading or journaling or praying, whatever it is, at night, I make sure to really block out 1 to 2 hours just for me. And I literally put it in my day-to-day schedule. At the end of the day, I'm like, after 6-7 o'clock, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna journal, I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna read, and I'm literally just going to have me time. So as simple as literally scheduling it into your day is something that can make the world of a difference. Tip number 3 is skill development and confidence. So hobbies can not only bring you joy and fulfillment, but it can also bring you skill development, which I think is really great. It can even sharpen or improve existing skills that you used to have, and it can also bring you more confidence in your day-to-day life. So I've always been someone that I've had a lot of interest in many different things, but it wasn't until I got older and I had more opportunities to different resources that I was really able to go all in with the things that I am passionate about. So I've always been passionate about writing, and when I started a blog, it taught me how to build a website using WordPress. When I wanted to start my newsletter and my podcast, I learned what platform is the best for making an email list, where can I host my podcast, etc. Like, all of these things that I was really interested in pursuing, it taught me something which boosted my confidence, because now I had another skill and another layer of experience under my belt, which I could either add to my resume, and I can also add this to my skill set, whether I wanted to do freelance in the future or help others out. And the same thing can happen with you and what your interests are. So everything right now is on the internet for free. And I've said this before in my other videos, but like, we live in a generation where everything that we want is literally at our fingertips. Our parents, our grandparents, our aunts, our uncles, they didn't have access to all of the things it is that we have. Like, people are able to monetize anything it is that they want, literally because of how the world is today. The main thing that you can get out of that is that a lot of things are available for free. A lot of people say, I went to YouTube University, because whatever it is that you were interested in, there is probably a YouTube video out there on that topic. And a really quick story about me and social media and content creation is that I used to be the shyest person in the room. I used to be the most quiet girl ever. Even until college, I was still very shy, minding myself, minding my business. So my senior year of high school, when I decided to dip my feet into social media and content creation and starting my own business, I did it out of excitement for what my life could be if I literally just put my time and my energy into something that I am passionate about. And I never thought that I would learn so much from it. I never thought that I would build all of these skills and meet all of these amazing people. And there is so much that I've gained and that I've experienced because of social media. I used to look at it as a hobby in the beginning because it was just for fun. I had no intended purpose of making money from it. As soon as I realized that if I take this seriously and I actually start making money, I could potentially work with my dream brands and potentially really get something good out of this and accomplish goals I've always wanted since I was a kid, like being a YouTuber. I really focused on this hobby. I learned to have better editing skills. I learned how to make better content, how to edit fast and simple, how to talk to my camera better and more cohesively. And now, because of this, it has translated to when I do public events or speaking gigs. If you would have told me years ago that I would be doing public events and speaking to brand executives and really important people at companies, I would not have believed you. But I'm telling you, I am not as scared anymore now because I've talked to my camera so many times in my room. I've done so many things in public, like vlogging and taking content, that when I'm in these rooms and when I'm speaking or when I get invited to do these things, I'm not scared because social media has taught me so much and it literally feels like I'm just talking to the camera. So really developing those hobbies from a young age and fostering it as you get older can really build those essential traits and characteristics and skill sets that can help you as you continue to get older. Tip number 4 is enhanced creativity and improved focus/concentration. So when you get back into hobbies or you find something new to put your time to use, you are going to notice the world will start opening up to you and you are going to notice anything is possible and it is right at the tip of your finger. So like I said in my previous tip, there is so much available on the internet that you can learn from and there is so much available for free. So when you really incorporate hobbies into your life, you're going to start to think in new and advanced, diverse ways. In the same Harvard Health article, it actually says researchers say hobbies such as arts and crafts, games, gardening, volunteering, or participating in clubs involve creativity, sensory engagement, self-expression, relaxation, and cognitive stimulation, which are linked to good mental health and well-being. So you can literally see, like, our brains are so powerful. We can really do anything that we set our mind to. So who doesn't want to be more relaxed? Who doesn't want to be a more creative person and have this mental clarity? We really learn to increase that mind-body connection where you're literally just sitting down doing what you love or whatever it is that you choose to do. When you are noticing maybe you're getting a little bit burnt out or you have a lot on your mind, it's time to tap into those hobbies. It's time to tap into those things that you really love. And of course, taking breaks for hobbies can really help recharge and reset that part of your mind and your brain to lead you to be more focused and be more productive, so that when you return to work and you have to do these tasks or really high intense things, you have that energy and you are ready to go. And it's as simple as setting time aside during the day or even just a few minutes during the day to really reinforce your focus. When you have a lot going on in your mind, when there is a lot happening, it can be hard for you to focus. And something that I like to do, it's literally 10 minutes of my day at night. I like to do visualization meditations. I've tried to do regular meditations where I just breathe in, breathe out, and try to focus, and I literally can't. Like, my mind wanders a mile a minute. So what I started doing is more visualization meditations. Like I said, it takes 10 minutes and I do it at night in my bed right before I go to bed. I just listen for 10 minutes on this meditation, this voice that says to just breathe, relax, think about your goals, your mindset, your future, and that version of yourself that you're working towards becoming, because this really can help reset and recharge your mind. So I'm telling you, learn to just concentrate more on what makes you happy, what brings you joy, and find time for that, because that is what is going to boost that creativity. That is what is going to allow you to almost find your spark again in the things it is that you love. When I noticed that I was losing my spark with content creation and all the things that I love to do, I knew something was seriously wrong. And in my How to Find Your Spark Again video, I really dive into all the things that I did that helped me tap back into that old version of myself. But it can be scary because you're like, why do I not love to do what I love to do anymore? Why do I feel really scared and worried almost because I want to get back to that old version of myself? But it's really about recharging and refocusing and resetting. Tip number 5 is social connections and appreciation. So hobbies can really contribute to a big part of fulfillment and joy within our lives, and this can often involve engaging in activities that really align with your personal passions, things that you are personally really interested in. And so social connections and appreciation, these both are really intertwined, because when it comes to having hobbies, you can actually meet new people from your hobbies, whether it's going to public events or clubs or meeting online, whatever it is, and this is what can lead to those social connections and making friends. Plus, you get that sense of belonging, almost like a positive outlook on life. You become a lot more grateful for things. And when I was still figuring myself out in terms of what makes me happy, what I love to do, finding hobbies that were right for me, etc., it was hard because I felt like there was so much out there in the world. It was kind of overwhelming because I didn't know what little corner I fit into. I looked back into my childhood and I thought, what did I like to do when I was younger? Well, I liked to read, I liked to draw, play on my iPad, make music videos, and edit around on iMovie and things like that. So when I incorporated that back into my life, I got that sense of belonging back, and I started to identify with certain niches and certain groups. And we all know Book Talk is a really big community on TikTok, especially booktubers. And as soon as I fell in love with reading again, I was able to find my new favorite booktubers and people online who have amazing content, and now I really love the book community. And same thing with social media and content creation. As soon as I started getting into taking content creation seriously and connecting with other small creators, I felt like I was in this community of other creators. I felt like we were all really here for like the same thing. We're here to connect, we're here to build relationships, we're here to really just see where life can take us. Now when I get invited to events in New York, I get to meet these people in real life, and I get to really foster those relationships and those friendships. At an event that I go to in New York, I'm probably going to end up knowing someone there from TikTok. So because of taking that leap with social media, it has created so many amazing experiences and relationships and friendships. When it comes to appreciation and just being more grateful, participating in these hobbies and little things that you like to do can allow you to really appreciate the more simpler things in life. You start to see the beauty in everything. You really start to have that more positive mindset, and having a positive mindset is something that can change everything around you, because the way you view anything or how you do anything is how you do everything. If you always have a nasty or ungrateful attitude towards the world, that is what you are going to get back. What you give is what you get. So start to notice your emotions and your feelings when you are doing something it is that you love, because that means that you're getting closer and closer to that community it is that you are looking for, or you're getting closer to having that sense of belonging, and you're really just going to start appreciating everything it is around you so much more. The last and final tip is you become a much more well-rounded person. So when you add up all of these tips together and you pursue these new skills and you add them to your tool belt, you are going to notice that hobbies will really bring you so much more skills to your professional or your academic side. It is going to broaden your perspectives. You're going to engage in these different hobbies that allow you to have different viewpoints. You're going to notice that these range of hobbies give you a more fulfilled and enriched life. You get to have more social interaction. You get to have an overall better well-being, and hobbies also present a new challenge and opportunity in your life when it comes to problem solving, because you are going to notice, like I said, you're going to get that boost of creativity. You're going to be in these new environments. You're going to have these new experiences, and you're going to just go through so many different emotions and so many different things. And that is something that I think we all should really hone in on so much more. But if you never give yourself the chance to actually fit it into your schedule, if you never actually make time for it, you're never going to get the chance to actually go out there and see who can you become, how can your mindset improve, how can you change, how can things get better. Because like I said, there are so many benefits linked to having hobbies, whether it is mental health wise or physically, whether you want to get into a new workout, whatever it is, it really allows you to just disconnect from the world. world, disconnect from work, prevent that burnout, or make it a little bit less. And it really lets you just focus on what it is that you love to do, because like I said, a lot of people confuse doing what you love to do with being selfish. You need to bring back doing the things it is that you love without having an excuse for it. Simply just doing it because you love to do it. To end off today's video, I want to give you guys a few hobbies on the screen that can really help you when it comes to figuring out what you can incorporate back into your life. Plus, I want to share some of my favorite hobbies that have really been helping me disconnect from the world, plus have a lot less screen time and overall just making me feel really good. So a lot of these things are things that I mentioned throughout the video, which obviously include reading. I love to read. I love to read on my Kindle. I love to go to bookstores. I really like to just focus on escaping from the world and having a book to just put my mind and my time into. Same thing with scrapbooking. At the end of the year, my sister and I did a really big, thick scrapbook where we printed out all of our favorite photos and memories throughout the year from last year, and we were able to put it into a scrapbook, which was so fun because we were just in her room for hours listening to music, talking, reminiscing on memories from 2023. Next is learning a language. I've been doing Duolingo for the past 2 or 3 weeks now, and I absolutely love it. I feel like learning a new language is something that not a lot of people have the time to do, but it can be really, really beneficial. My grandma would always tell me when I was younger to always practice Spanish, always keep talking Spanish no matter where I am, because you never know if that can help me in the future, and it has. I cannot tell you guys how many conversations I've had with people in New York who have been lost on the train and they speak Spanish and they're like, can you help me? And I'm like, yes, let me help you. So I'm telling you, developing a new language and learning one can be really, really fun. Next is playing games. I'm a really big, not gamer, but I loved to play Minecraft when I was younger. That is something that I loved to do on my iPad, and then I stopped for a little bit, but now I actually forgot that I had it on my computer, and just a few weeks ago I started playing again, and it's really fun because I just like to disconnect and play for like 30-40 minutes at night right before I go to bed, and my boyfriend and I will play together. It's just something that is fun. So if you guys ever see my username on there, it's probably me. And then I also really like to go on walks and exercise, as well as collecting random little trinkets. So I'm in my Sunny Angel era. I've been collecting Sunny Angels now for the past few weeks now. I have one on my desk, but I can't reach for it because it's like all the way in the back. But I recently went like Sunny Angel hunting all over New York with my boyfriend, and we were going to so many different stores trying to find them. So that is like my little trinket of the moment, is collecting them. They're just so fun. But these are all the little fun things that I like to do that really just help me hone back into that childhood version of myself and really allow me to just disconnect from the world, disconnect from everything that is going on, and just do things for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!